off the glass. And then finally, again, off the defense. That was a long run out. And Patrick Beverly, the outstanding freshman, laid it in. Ronald Steele with the layup opportunity for Richard Hendricks. Hendricks with the facing jump shot. And then Brandon Hollinger came off the bench and lit it up with a little string music today in Tuscaloosa for Alabama.
And here's a look at our halftime stats. And once you see those numbers, it's easy to see why the top number is the way it is at the Florida score, not only because of the way Auburn had been playing, but because that game doesn't actually start.
That's right.
There you see the leading scorers for Stan Heath's club in the first half. Balanced scoring. Sonny Weems with the 10 points, but maybe the biggest number, Stephen Hill with the 12 rebounds.
Mark Godfrey there clapping after a turnover. He's the master of being positive with his guys.
Go behind the scenes with our crew. Check out LFsports.com. G can't hit as he had a foot on the line, and back race the Razorbacks. Weems free in the front court, and that's exactly the kind of nightmare scenario Mark Gottfried was trying to warn his team about yesterday.
Yeah. Mark Gottfried's going to substitute a couple of players, trying to find some energy.
Beverly got free for just a second. Man, oh man, he is a good-looking player.
Again, as I mentioned at halftime, they've got to find some perimeter scoring.
Look at Beverly reached the defense. He couldn't get the layup on the backdoor cut, but Hill with the offensive rebound. There he is. He's got those locks like Samson, and he's played like Samson today. Look at those numbers for Stephen Hill.
Well, we've been talking about him. He's been the story of the game with his blocked shots, as you see there, his defensive rebounding. He's actually scored 6 points on offensive putbacks like that. Big Stephen Hill, the 7-foot junior out of Branson, Missouri. And again, it really started with the game in Fayetteville a few weeks ago on January 6th, the opening game of the SEC season, when Arkansas just thrashed Alabama 88-61, and it's just gone downhill from there. Alabama, you've seen him on the dribble, facing the basket, and that time with the jump hook.
First Crimson Tide player in double figures with 11. That time he got the block. But Sonny Weems, you know, they talk about him being a scorer. There's Steele guarding Irvin. Beverly off the curl.
What can you say? I mean, that's a freshman just running off that curl move without going without the basketball, catching it, and the leaner getting it in the basket. I mean, you don't see veteran players do that very often, much less a freshman, but Patrick Beverly is something special.
And Joe, besides the finish, the thing that's so impressive is the way he read the play. He understood the offense and got himself open for that shot.
Absolutely.
Long three-pointer. Kicks off the back iron from Justin Tubbs.
Look at this. No excuse for that right there. Give credit to Arkansas and Stephen Hill running the floor, but there's no excuse right there defensively in getting back in transition and giving up an easy layup like that.
Hill has 15 rebounds to go along with 8 points, but Joe, here's the stat. Look at that second half rebound.
That's unbelievable. I mean, there's only one thing you can say about that right there is Arkansas has put forth more effort. Did he play basketball here?
No, he was famous for the Hail Mary, though. And his Crimson Tide might need a Hail Mary today.
You know, I went up.
And Arkansas and Stephen Hill enjoying their biggest lead of the day at 25.
Mark Godfrey pointed out today it's a long season. We've just got to get the ship righted, he said.
Kick out. Tubbs couldn't get it to go, but there's Hendricks with a nice follow.
Night privately, and he didn't want to make excuses for this team, but I know from hearing about what goes on around here that they have had a lot of personal tragedies, not just the ones we know about Jamario Davis and some others. I think this Arkansas team may be the best team in the West and have the best chance to win. Mississippi State could have something to say about that.
Tubbs gets the lob.
Pure is...
Dave Barringer to Truck said Larry Conley. We would remind Dave we never saw Larry play because of our youth. G got the dunk. Finds him underneath. Can he get something going against Hill? Yes, he can. Richard Hendricks makes Shaq look like Kyle Macy, you mentioned earlier. There's Tubbs on the baseline. He had it blocked. Who was that? Was that Beverly again?
Yes, Patrick Beverly. Outstanding play.
That's how the Crimson Tide have the basketball back. Inside they go to Hendricks again. As bodies is the closest they've been since it was 19-9. Why not? Hendricks again. Yes! And he'll go to the line. But he, in fact, puts Patrick Beverley on the line, and what a cool customer he is. 81% from the free throw line. Today, he's 3 of 3, and he's got 15 points. And could tie Sonny Weems for team high honors here if he can hit the second and notch his 16th point of the afternoon.
Got great fundamental technique in his shooting, does Patrick Beverley.
Half minutes. Do they go to him one more time? This time it's G, and there's Hendricks with a follow.
When you drive it,
Tubbs. Who else would they go into but Hendricks?
He's been unbelievable in there. Unstoppable. I mean, Richard Hendricks has been unstoppable inside in the second half of this game.
Irvin penetrates. He can't finish, but look at him chase down the rebound, and Arkansas gets a fresh 35. And then a hard foul underneath as Charles Thomas hit the deck awfully hard, holding his right shoulder down there. Wasn't a dirty play. It was just, you know, you're trying to stop somebody from scoring.
He was going for the... I don't understand that. I thought it was just a solid foul. Hendricks going for the ball, but apparently they felt like that he was going for Charles Thomas's body and not the basketball. Stephon Welch, the 6'2" freshman out of Newport News, Virginia, off the bench cold, hadn't played today, and comes in and makes 1 for 2.
Of course, the thing that is going to be of utmost concern to Mark Gottfried. And while Alabama is to be credited for the comeback, it's been guys like Hill and that young man Beverley and Sonny Weems that have made plays along with Gary Irvin and others to keep this Arkansas lead. And there's Beverley, who got a hand on that ball and controlled it up to Irvin. It looks as though Alabama will see its 17-game home court win streak come to an end, and the 0 for 17 stretch of SEC Western Division teams winning on the road will come to an end as well. And the Arkansas Razorbacks come on the road and get their first road win of the season. It is the first road win by an SEC Western Division team. Patrick Beverley, 19. Sonny Weems with 16. Stephen Hill with those 15 rebounds. Great win for the Hogs, Joe Dean.
Outstanding for Stan Heath. He did a great job preparing his team for this big road victory.
For Joe Dean Jr. and our producer, Dave Berenger, our director, Gary Clem, I'm Dave Baker. Number 12, Alabama, upset by the Hogs. Thanks for being with us, everybody.